Well, I made a mistake and I'm here to talk about it with you. I got fucking attached to someone who I should not be attached to. And I want to talk about it with you because I think this is actually a very common experience for so many people who have big hearts, who are very sensitive, who love deeply, and therefore need to be more discerning about where they place their big hearts. Because so many of us are out here pretending like we're not sensitive, right? We're like, no, I'm chill, I'm fine, I can be with this dumpster fire of a guy or girl, and I'll be totally fine to walk away from it because I know eventually it's not going to work out. And I'm fine with casual. I just want to be chosen. Like, that is not good. But it is so common. So I had an experience yet again where I took on a gorgeous lover, someone in another country where I could come stay with. And that was fun. And that was a nice experience. But I knew that this guy was not for me. And I went in with no expectations. And I knew that this was not going to be my next partner. Yet I underestimated how attached my heart gets. Because just by having somebody constantly text me, to call them often, like talk to them every day, and then in this case, spending 10 days with them and 10 nights with them, it's like logically I can still know that, oh, this is not my person. This is not a relationship that I would choose, but I still get fucking attached. And how common and universal is this experience that we go through, where we can say that we're chill, that we're not too sensitive, that we don't get attached, but we're only human. And if you have a big, kind, sensitive heart, then you're going to find that just by having somebody in your proximity, to be familiar with them, to have them around, you get attached to them. And you have to be so careful because these people don't deserve to be within your heart space. You should not be attached to people who don't care for your heart in the way that it needs to be cared for. So how many times have I gone through this now where it's like I come out the other side a little damaged, thinking, oh fuck, my heart hurts. And the other person is like, yeah, it's, I'm not that big of a deal. I don't get attached that easily. Here we go again, lying in bed. What a familiar feeling. So now, how about we learn from our mistakes? How about we learn from my mistake? And this is why I wanted to talk about this. Because if you attach your self-worth to being chosen, to being loved, to feeling desired, if you downplay your needs and downplay how sensitive your heart really is because you want that connection, then you're going to be in trouble because you are inviting in outside energy that should not be attached to you. And you can clear it, and we will go through that process of what I've been doing to clear the energy off of my system. Wait, can I call you back in like 25 minutes? Will you be free?
Yes, absolutely, girl.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Continuing. Sorry, got a phone call. If you attach yourself to all those things, to be loved, chosen, to be desired, you're going to be in trouble because these people should not have access to you in the first place. But if you are attached to wanting to be needed, then you're going to be inviting in energies that should not be in your field, that should not be in your space. And once they are attached to you, it's going to take a process to cleanse yourself and rid yourself of the hooks and the cords and the energetic drama that you've created within you, to the attachment wounding that you've stirred up. Now, that last point is not bad in and of itself. It is not bad to have heartache. It's not bad to be triggered because that is a lesson. That's an indicator of what you need to work on within yourself. That there's nothing wrong with any of this. There's nothing wrong with what I went through either. It's all good and fine. It's just, if you've already learned it and you've already understood this, if you can acknowledge it, then why keep doing this to yourself? So it really does just come down to honesty and self-respect, to say, No, I am a sensitive person. I do know myself well enough to say that I get attached easily. I do tend to only see the best in people. So even though I can see the red flags, I tend to look past them with the rose-colored love goggles. If you can acknowledge that about yourself and be honest, then it is important to actually act on that and not bypass what you already know about yourself to say, well, no, I'm chill, I'm cool, I just want to be chosen, I want to be lusted after, I want to feel validated, I want to feel attractive, because it really is never worth it. So if that connection brings up attachment issues within you, anxious attachments, if it feels like you have a wound from your childhood that is being brought up, then that's a good thing because that's something that you can address. But what I'm saying here is you don't need to keep putting yourself in harm's way. You don't need to keep putting your heart out on the line for people that don't deserve it. So we're just going to say, how many times are we going to have to learn the same thing over and over and over again? Because I can tell you the times in my life where I have had such a hard time getting over someone is when I was attached to their energy, but these were people that I should have never been attached to. They taught valuable lessons. There was something to be learned in every one of those experiences. So it was all valuable. I don't regret it, but it's just to say that at a certain point, what are we even doing here anymore? That if we know who we are, if we know what we deserve, if we have the self-respect to demand what we know we deserve, then now it's time for us to actually put ourselves up on the pedestal to say, I don't think this person is worthy of my energy. I don't think this person is worthy of my heart. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of getting attached to this person because I've already learned this lesson. So here I was getting attached to someone just by being in sheer proximity to them for too long, where I'm thinking, here we fucking go again. Why did I do this to myself? So I'm not going to be hard on myself. I'm not going to say I regret an experience, but I'm just saying that now we know better. Now we know that we're not chill, that we have a sensitive heart, that we get attached to people easily. And we can say that that is actually a gift. It is a gift to have a big heart, to have an open heart. But whenever you have something that is gold inside of you, it needs to be protected because there are so many people walking out there, we all know this, that are avoidants, that have narcissistic traits or are full-blown narcissists, that have entities attached to them, that are only looking to use people for their own validation, that they're only looking to use people because of their lust that they can't control. And so what once may have been flattering, like, wow, it feels so great to be chosen. It feels so validating to hear someone say that I'm so attractive, eventually starts to feel a little bit gross because you can see that the person doesn't actually see you for who you really are. That here you are having such a kind, generous heart, not using discernment or intuition, and you are giving it to somebody that has a motive, that does not intend to protect your heart, but rather they are gaining something for themselves by using you. It's as simple as that. So it really is asking, do I want to be used? Or do I want to use discernment and boundaries to protect what is so precious within me? So that then when the right person comes around, I have so much to give that I'm not guarded from all this unnecessary wounding. So it's about cleaning up our emotional past. It's about acknowledging a trigger as being a gift. But then at a certain point, do you really want to tip the scale into, now am I just intentionally traumatizing myself? Am I just creating more wounding for literally no reason? Because I've already learned this. So that's why there's no use in being hard on ourselves, because every experience truly is a gift. It all teaches us something. It all mirrors back to us where we have yet to give that unconditional love and healing to ourselves. But then once we learn those lessons, once we understand that we have a sensitive heart, that we love deeply, that we care for people, we tend to only see the best in people, why are we still opening up the front door to a burglar, right? It's about having some self-respect. It's about having some boundaries. It's about acknowledging that attachment happens whether we like it or not. So are we going to choose who we bring into our energetic field? Now, thankfully, when you've learned the lesson, when you've acknowledged it, when you no longer repeatedly traumatize yourself, then all that you have to do next is say, at least I figured it out faster. At least I recognized it faster. That is the gold in all of this. And now I just need to work on cleansing and clearing. I need to work on dissolving any of the attachments that still remain in my field. So for me, I realized after that experience, shoot, I have an attachment to this person that I did not think I would have an attachment to, that I should not have an attachment to. But here I am. Now I'm going to have to cleanse myself and clear this energy out. I'm going to have to cut this energetic tie to them. So for me, I go into the shower and I start repeating this. I call my energy back from every person, place, and dimension with love. I am whole and complete as I am. I say it again. I call my energy back from every person, place, and dimension with love. I am whole and complete as I am. You can mix and match these words however you want. I change them every time. As I shower, I say, I am dissolving and cutting any energetic cords, ties, or hooks that are in my energetic field. I am banishing any energy here that does not have my full consent to be here within my energetic field. I am dissolving, I am removing any energetic cords, hooks, or ties that are in my energetic field. Any energy that is here that is not here without my explicit consent must leave now. And as I'm showering, you can say this to yourself, I allow this water that is washing over me to purify me with the light of God, that the energy and spirit of Jesus Christ washes over me with every single water droplet, that the white light of God shines down on me as I take this shower, as I clear out any energy that is not mine. I call back my energy from every person, place, and dimension with love. I am whole and complete as I am, and so it is done. And you just freaking keep saying that and embody it and visualize it and speak it into existence. Because the thing is, when you get involved with people romantically, sexually, emotionally, you will form attachments to them. You will create energetic ties to people. So again, the golden question is, do you want to have an attachment to that person? Do you want an energetic gateway to be created with that person? And if the answer is no, I would ask yourself if you want to keep going down that route, okay? So again, looking back, it's all an experience. That's what we're here for. It's all just part of the human experience. We're learning more about ourselves by living. That's what we're here to do. We don't learn from textbooks. We don't learn from books, but we actually have to live. So don't be hard on yourself. But if you've learned the lesson, it's time to stop pretending like it's no big deal. It's time to stop pretending like you're not that sensitive. It's time to stop pretending like you're a cool girl, because you're not. I can guarantee you. If you're watching this video, if you've come this far to 13 minutes, clearly something is resonating here. So care for your energy, tend to your emotions, and don't let yourself get tied up with people that you're just not meant to be tied up with anymore. That's an old version of you. But you don't need to find validation from people who find you attractive, okay? Lust is one of the lowest forms of admiration, okay? Truly, if someone sees you, if they understand your heart and they want to care for you and protect that, then that is someone worthy of being let in. But that also takes time. So it really is perfect advice to say, don't rush a connection. Don't jump into bed with someone right away. Allow them to show them who they are to you. And allow yourself to see with the eyes of discernment, to see who they really are, beyond the words that they use, because talk is cheap. But look at their intentions, read their energy, and then make your decision. But ultimately, stop pretending like you're not sensitive, because bitch, I know you are. Okay. Thanks, guys, for being here. I love you very much. I'll be back in a few days with another topic. Let me know if you've gotten this far in the comments. I would love to know what you thought of the video. And if you are called to, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to list out in the show notes my other platforms and my other offerings. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye.